Have you ever wondered why leprosy no longer exists in Western society? Leprosy, or Hansen's disease, is an infectious ailment caused by the Mycobacterium leprae bacterium. It's a chronic, progressive disease that primarily targets the skin, peripheral nerves, and upper respiratory tract's mucosa. Historically, leprosy was a feared disease associated with severe disfigurement and social stigma. Many considered it an incurable affliction, a life sentence that not only marred the physical body but also the individual's social standing. Today, however, the story is quite different. Leprosy is no longer a major public health concern in Western societies. This dramatic change in the status of leprosy is not a mere coincidence, but the result of several factors that we'll delve into as we progress. Leprosy, once a dreaded disease, is no longer a major public health concern in the West. The decline of leprosy in Western society is primarily due to the advent of effective treatments. A major player in this medical victory is the introduction of multi-drug therapy, commonly known as MDT. Introduced in the 1980s, this treatment was a game-changer and has been instrumental in treating and curing leprosy. Let's delve into what this therapy entails. MDT is a potent cocktail of antibiotics including dapsone, rifampicin, and clofazimine. Each of these drugs plays a unique role in combating the bacterium Mycobacterium leprae, the cause of leprosy. Dapsone stops the growth of the bacteria, rifampicin kills the bacteria, and clofazimine reduces inflammation. Together they form a powerful alliance against this once feared disease. The effectiveness of this therapy is remarkable. When used correctly, it not only cures the disease but also prevents disability, a common consequence of untreated leprosy. This therapy has proven to be a beacon of hope for those affected by the disease and has significantly contributed to its decline. But let's not forget another essential factor in this equation: improved hygiene practices. Leprosy spreads through droplets from the nose and mouth of untreated patients during close and frequent contact. Hence, maintaining good hygiene practices and cleanliness is key in preventing the spread of the disease. In the modern world, with advancements in sanitation and personal hygiene, the incidence of leprosy has significantly reduced. It's important to note that leprosy is not easily spread through casual contact. It requires prolonged, close contact with untreated patients. Therefore, improved hygiene practices coupled with the early detection and treatment of the disease have greatly contributed to the reduction of leprosy in Western society. So, there you have it. The decline of leprosy in the Western world is a testament to the power of modern medicine. Through the advancements in therapy and improved hygiene practices, we have managed to turn the tables on this once dreaded disease. With the help of modern medicine, leprosy can now be treated and cured. In biblical times, curing leprosy was seen as a demonstration of divine authority. One of the most well-known accounts of this lies in the story of Jesus and Naaman. Naaman, a commander of the army of the king of Syria, was a leper. His story, chronicled in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 5, tells of how he was cured of his leprosy through the divine intervention of the prophet Elisha. Yet the divine authority of Jesus surpasses even this. In the New Testament, Jesus himself is recorded as curing many lepers. In Matthew 8, for example, a leper came to Jesus, knelt before him and said, "Lord, if you choose, you can make me clean." Jesus stretched out his hand, touched him and said, "I do choose, be made clean." Immediately his leprosy was cleansed. These acts of healing were not just acts of compassion, they were demonstrations of authority. In those days, leprosy was seen as an incurable disease, a life sentence of isolation and despair. By curing leprosy, Jesus was doing what no other could do. He was demonstrating his authority over the natural world, over disease and decay. He was showing that he was indeed the Messiah, the Son of God. Fast forward to today, and we find ourselves in a world where leprosy is treatable. Thanks to modern medicine, antibiotics can cure this disease that once seemed invincible, breaking its power over those afflicted. Yet this doesn't mean we've acquired the divine authority that Jesus demonstrated. Medicine treats the physical symptoms, but it does not address the spiritual need that Jesus fulfilled. While we now have medical treatments for leprosy, it's crucial to remember the divine authority demonstrated by Jesus. His healing miracles were not just about physical healing, but about spiritual restoration, about demonstrating his divine authority as the promised Messiah. His actions served as a powerful reminder that while we may be able to treat the symptoms of disease, only Jesus can truly heal the soul. Does the decline of leprosy in the West mean that man has acquired God's knowledge? This question might seem to hold water on the surface, but let's dive a bit deeper. The misconception that the decline of leprosy is due to man acquiring God's knowledge is a narrative that needs debunking. Indeed, the advances in modern medicine have been phenomenal, especially in the fight against diseases like leprosy. Yet these strides are the result of centuries of research, trial and error, and a deep understanding of the human body and its interaction with pathogens. Remember, it's not about man acquiring God's knowledge. It's about man using the intellect bestowed upon him to unravel the mysteries of the world. This intellect has led to the discovery of modern treatments and improved hygiene practices, which have been instrumental in combating leprosy. Let's not forget the divine authority of Jesus. His healing of lepers was a clear demonstration of his divine power, a testament of his role as the Messiah. This power is not something man has acquired or can acquire. Instead, it's a reminder of the divine authority that remains unparalleled and unattainable by human beings. In conclusion, the decline of leprosy in the West is a testament to the power of modern medicine, not an indication of man acquiring God's knowledge. Lucifer claims that man's defiance of God has led to the acquisition of God's knowledge. This assertion, however, is deeply flawed. The Bible in Proverbs 1:7 asserts that the beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Lord. Man's understanding is finite, bound by earthly limitations. It is only through the grace of Jesus Christ that we can glimpse God's infinite wisdom. Man's knowledge is limited and can never match the infinite wisdom of God. It is only through Jesus Christ that we can attain true knowledge and salvation.